Another reminder to the 7th grade students that there will be a parent meeting for anyone interested in going to the Washington, D.C. trip tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the cafetorium. There will also be trip money given and raffled out just for attending. Hope to see you there.
For tomorrow's lunch, it's rotania meat sauce, whole grain roll, green beans, mixed vegetables, pears and cherry jello, strawberry, and your lovely milk.
K.I.S.S would like to wish a happy birthday to Gracie Jones. Happy birthday! Any boy that plans to play basketball are reminded that there will be a practice tonight from 7 to 9 and Wednesday from 6 to 8 this week.
Any girl in grades 9 through 12 interested in playing basketball this year will need to get fitted for shoes during homeroom. Money is not due at this time, but you must be fitted.
In sports, the junior high have a volleyball game tonight against Driver. Also, the junior high cross-country team are at home and a meet along with Delta, Muncie South, and Monroe Central starting at 5 p.m. And wrapping up the junior high sports, the football team are at home tonight hosting Monroe Central.
Happy Constitution Day! On September 17, 1787, 39 delegates gathered in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to sign the document that established our government.
Every year on this day, we celebrate the signing of the United States Constitution.
We, the people of the United States,
in order to form a more perfect union,
establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility,
provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare,
and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity.
Do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America.
We the people. We the people. We the people. We the people.
We the people.
Perhaps you have some questions about the Constitution. Let's find some answers. How did the United States Constitution begin?
During the American Revolution, a plan of government called the Articles of Confederation was written. It was our first system of government, but only lasted a short time.
So in the summer of 1787, states sent delegates, or people to represent them, to Philadelphia.
When they met, the delegates created a new idea for our government that became the United States Constitution.
After much work, the Constitution was signed by the delegates. Next, the states had to approve it.
It took some time, but all of the states approved the U.S. Constitution.
But did you know that George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and James Madison were all delegates at the Constitutional Convention?
What is the United States Constitution?
The Constitution is the highest law. The law is a set of rules that we live by. It belongs to the United States. It belongs to all Americans.
The Constitution also lists important rights and freedoms.
Many of our rights and freedoms were listed in the Bill of Rights, which was added in the Constitution in 1791.
The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. Amendments are changes to the Constitution.
The delegates included a way to make changes to the Constitution through the amendment process.
But did you know that there have only been 27 amendments added to the Constitution?
How is the government organized by the United States Constitution?
The Constitution divides the government into 3 branches: the legislative, executive, and judiciary.
Each branch has its own role in how the law is made. All the branches have to work together.
The legislative branch of our government is controlled by Congress. It's split into 2 parts, the House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate. The legislative branch of our government has the power to make laws.
The executive branch is led by the president, who has the power to enforce laws. After Congress passes a bill, the president can sign it into law or veto it.
The judicial branch of our government includes the Supreme Court, which has the power to interpret laws. There are 9 justices on the Supreme Court.
But did you know that justices serve life terms?
Now that we have learned about the United States Constitution, we know that September 17, 1787 was a historic day and why it's so important to celebrate Constitution Day.
After all, the Constitution is the oldest written national constitution in the world. It has lasted over 200 years.
Let's end with how the Constitution begins. We the people.
We the people! We the people! We the people! We the people! We the people!
Today is September 17th. On this day in history, in 1849, Harriet Tubman first escaped slavery in Maryland with two of her brothers. In 1940, Adolf Hitler indefinitely postpones Operation Sea Lion, the planned German invasion of Great Britain. In 1961, Fran Tarkenton plays his first MFL game against the Chicago Bears, coming off the bench to lead the Vikings to a 37-13 victory, also becoming the only QB to throw 4 touchdown passes in his first career game. Hurricane Hugo begins 4-day sweep through Caribbean, killing 62 people in 1999.
Your book pictures will be taken this Thursday. Look your best this week.